Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Iss-haaq has firmly rejected speculation that Pakistan may join the Abraham Accords, reiterating that Islamabad's position on Palestine and Israel remains unchanged until an independent Palestinian state is established. Speaking during a media briefing at Pakistan's embassy in Washington, Dar said there could be no flexibility in Pakistan's long-standing policy on the Palestinian issue. Dar said there were a lot of rumours going on related to the Abraham Accords, making it clear that Pakistan's stance is very clear and consistent on the issue. US President Donald Trump has said that he would soon decide on a proposed deal to extend the ceasefire with Iran. A White House official said the meeting in the Situation Room lasted about 2 hours, but did not address whether Trump had made a decision. The official said Trump will only make a deal that is good for America and satisfies his red lines. A senior Iranian source told Reuters an agreement was close but had not yet been approved. However, Trump also said Iran would have to end its chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz and dismantle its capacity to make a nuclear weapon. On the other hand, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has warned that Washington is ready to restart attacks on Iran if diplomacy fails, while urging Asian allies to sharply increase defense spending to counter China's growing military power. Speaking at the Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, Hegseth said the United States remained capable of resuming operations against Iran, even as it continued to focus on security challenges in the Asia-Pacific region. Hegseth said negotiators from Washington and Tehran were still trying to bridge major differences, blocking a deal. US Central Command says American forces have disabled another commercial vessel accused of violating the naval blockade on Iranian ports. According to CENTCOM, the merchant ship Lian Star ignored multiple warnings while heading toward Iran, prompting a US aircraft to strike its engine room with a Hellfire missile. The US says it has now disabled 5 vessels and redirected more than 100 others as the ceasefire with Iran remains in place. On the other hand, Iran has reaffirmed its control over the Strait of Hormuz, warning commercial and military vessels to follow its navigation rules. Iran's Khatam al-Anbiya central headquarters says ships must use designated routes and obtain permission from the Revolutionary Guard Navy, while cautioning that any interference with maritime operations could trigger a response. Qatar has rejected the idea of permanent transit fees for ships using the Strait of Hormuz, warning such costs would ultimately be passed on to consumers worldwide. However, Qatari officials say temporary charges linked to activities such as mine clearing could be negotiable as regional discussions over the strategic waterway continue. Meanwhile, fighting has intensified along the Israel-Lebanon border despite a US-backed truce, with smoke rising across southern Lebanon and rockets exchanged between the two sides. Benjamin Netanyahu says Israeli forces have advanced north of the Litani River, while efforts continue in Washington to secure a broader peace deal and disarm Hezbollah. Pete Hegseth has also told reporters that the United States, Britain and Australia are working together to develop unmanned undersea vehicles as part of their trilateral AUKUS defence pact. The programme comes under AUKUS's so-called Pillar 2 to develop advanced defence technology, including quantum computing, undersea, hypersonic, artificial intelligence and cyber technology. He said the signature project will deliver a suite of highly adaptable, multi-mission UUV payloads designed to support undersea operations and maintain our collective advantage in the maritime domain. Meanwhile, Trump's physician has said in a memo released by the White House that the president remains in excellent health, citing results from an examination this week that indicated the 79-year-old continues to experience slight lower leg swelling and benign hand bruising. Dr. Sean Barbabella wrote in the memo that the president remains in excellent health, demonstrating strong cardiac, pulmonary, neurological and overall physical function, adding, "Trump is fully fit to carry out all duties of the Commander-in-Chief and Head of State." Flights were halted for about an hour at Munich Airport in southern Germany after 2 pilots reported seeing a drone, confirming initial reports by German media. An airport spokesperson said that during the shutdown, more than 20 flights that had been due to land at Munich were diverted to other airports. They said that around 9 a.m., 2 pilots in separate planes on the tarmac reported seeing a drone over the airport, prompting the shutdown. Flights resumed about an hour later. And at least 22 people, including women and children, were killed when a truck carrying Afghan returnees overturned in Laghman province. Officials say 36 others were injured in the crash, which occurred on a highway near Kargai district. Preliminary investigations suggest the driver may have fallen asleep at the wheel, causing the vehicle to lose control. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.